think it was actually better in the Tesla than it was like in a regular like gas car. And I think I'd rather travel like across the country or like anywhere like on long trips in a Tesla over like the gas car.
All right, what is going on, my friends? We are getting ready to pick up a customer. We'll see if we've got a reaction, a ride along, or something in between. We are prime time low sun positioning to see if we get any red wheels of terror. Hopefully not, but we will find out soon. I think I need to go into this complex. Yeah. This is the tricky part, again, for Tesla, that they may have already worked towards solving, because I don't know. But the fine point accuracy of pickup and drop off. I've also noticed, for railroad crossing guard, the vehicle is stopping. That was an important thing to realize. And for gates, the vehicle stops properly so far. Ooh, that sun is bright. Or should I use my shooting glasses or my regular glasses? I've already got them. Put on my Wiley-X. Wiley-X, I think is the brand. I don't know. Fat fingerprint. I can't see. I'm blind. Are you able to get it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay.
Thank you.
No problem. These doors aren't friendly to full hands. Let's try to clean these off. It is really bright right now.
It's pretty crazy because my boss, he has a Tesla as well.
Mm-hmm.
And he just got it wrapped. It was red and he just got it wrapped. And it's literally like that same color that you have on your screen.
Oh, it's that blue?
Yeah. It's
nice.
It's like that type color. You'll see it right now when I get dropped off.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, I've seen so many cool wraps.
But yeah, I think it's like weird.
Yeah, I've not had the funds to do a wrap handy, because I mean, to do it right is expensive. Quality wrap is probably for this car around $5,000 to $6,000.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he was like gonna get new tires or something, or like the rims. And he was like telling us about how much it's gonna be and everything. I was like, dang, that's crazy. Yeah,
modifying cars with aftermarket parts, especially good aftermarket parts, is always going to be a bit pricey.
Yeah.
Most I've done to this is just the tint, wrapping the dash, the crazy steering wheel, the spoiler on the back. Come on, buddy. It's just an apartment complex. You got this.
Do you do videos?
Yeah, I'm a YouTuber,
okay.
Covering Tesla's self-driving capability for several years.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I see the microphone.
Yep, I got the whole setup.
Yeah, I used to, originally I've always done like video editing and things like that. Like I've always been like in the movie or like video field, and then now I'm like in business, but
quite the change. Yeah,
that's what I used to always like do. And then I said now I'm like business, doing sales kind of thing more. So a little different, but kind of the same, because I've always kind of done what I'm doing now, but in a different way. But yeah.
Well, I guess as long as you're enjoying it, right?
Yeah, that's very true.
I've gained a lot of respect for content creators and mostly editors.
Yeah.
For that reason, because the amount of work that goes into good videos, it can be a 10-15 minute video. You don't realize the time that went into editing that video.
No, yeah, that's actually like the reason why I loved like video editing and like behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Because I love like everything that you have to do in order to like create like a 30-second video.
Right. Yeah.
I love it, honestly. That was my favorite part, just because like I always said everybody sees like the final product, but they never see like what goes on behind and like how long it actually takes and like the preparation. Because obviously you have pre, and then you have during, and then you have like the post.
Yep.
So that's like what I loved like a lot.
And you're also kind of limited by your knowledge and tools at hand. Like I've pretty much, I've exclusively for several years now been using the free version of DaVinci Resolve.
Okay.
And it's a fantastic software, and it's just, there's so many things in it that I probably haven't even scratched the surface.
Yeah.
Like cutting and splicing the videos together, smooth transitions, and learning how to do proper, title overlays, thumbnails, and just making something that's, you know, good for the audience. You know, realizing that that's who it's about. It's not about you. It's about who's watching.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that's like how I said. Yeah, that's my favorite part. Just all of that, like just everything that it takes.
I didn't realize how much I'd enjoy it. It's there's something special about seeing that end product, knowing that you had a hand in it or that it's your project. You know, like, yes, I like it, and people love it, and that's even better. It's one thing to think you did a decent job, but then to see the feedback from an audience that likes it, and that's a special kind of feeling.
Yeah.
Like, hell yeah.
I had started video editing with Final Cut, Final Cut Pro. That's what I started with. I was in high school, and my high school offered like I guess it was like a video editing class, and we learned like Final Cut, and we would like learn each like lesson, and I think that's definitely like what helped me, because how you said like these programs are so like into depth that we don't even probably scratch the surface of like what we're capable of doing with these programs. So I think that class in high school definitely did, like it helped me a lot. And then at the end of, I was in it from 9th through 11th grade, and 11th grade was like our last year basically, and we got to take like a certification test, and if we passed, then we became like Apple certified editors technically.
Nice.
And it just lasted for like 2 years, I believe, but it was it was still pretty cool. And then, but that was like a long time ago already. But yeah, and then after that, I mean, I was just kind of doing like things here and there, not really anything like professional or nothing. And then I remember like a couple years ago, I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna quit my like day job, and I'm gonna just focus like on just like building my resume and films and everything like that.
Yeah.
And that's what I ended up doing, and that's when I got an internship at a movie studio in LA. And because I'm originally from Houston, I moved to LA, and I was there for a little bit, and then that internship actually didn't work out, but I didn't want to go back to Houston, and then I was looking for a job, and then I ended up here.
All over the place.
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. But yeah, and then I ended up here, and then now I'm in business and sales and marketing, and so a little different approach, but
I'm curious, what led you to that sort of transition in occupation, but like to the business and sales side from the editing side?
Well, kind of how I said, like I didn't want to go back to Houston. Not because like I hate Houston or like I didn't like it, or like obviously my family, friends are there, but I didn't want to go back because I always wanted to go to LA, and obviously for like that reason. And I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go. I'm here already. I had already moved like all my stuff and everything. I was like, I already moved away from my family. I moved away from my friends. I moved away from like the place that I've known like my whole life. I was like, there's no way a few months in and I'm gonna go back already. I was like, I'm gonna figure something out. So that's when I started looking for a job, and I was just kind of up for anything, honestly. And then that's when I found this job, and it wasn't that I was just like, oh, I'll be here for a little bit, but I actually really like just like fell in love with it right away.
Oh, awesome. That's great.
And I was like, and then I was just like, you know, and then being like in the like at that movie studio, I just kind of saw like the bad side of like the industry, I guess.
Oh yeah.
And so
that's fair.
And so I was just like, I love it, but maybe it's just like a hobby for me, and not more like a like for professional thing. But I was just like, I'll still do videos. I was like, but I actually really love this job, so that's when I just stayed with it. And then this job ended up bringing me over here, so they needed like another office over here, and so we ended up, me and a couple of others ended up branching over here. And then the office in LA obviously had stayed there, and we moved over here. So we drove across the country.
That's a crazy trip, right?
It was in the Tesla.
Yeah, we did the same.
And I actually, it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. I know a lot of people are usually like,
it's horrible. You have to
Yeah.
wait forever. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. Yeah.
but I think
Yeah.
I think it was actually better in the Tesla than it was like in a regular like gas car. And I think I'd rather travel like across the country or like anywhere like on long trips in a Tesla over like the gas car.
Oh, that's exciting to hear. What would be your reason? Like, what's?
I don't know. I felt less tired. Like, I think because like in the gas car, you can like literally push it to its limit, and like if it's like, you can go like many miles without putting gas. And I feel like the Tesla, I don't know. We were stopping like every 3 hours.
Yeah, that tracks. That's about right.
Yeah, we were putting like stopping every 3 hours or so, charging it, and every time we charged it, we got to kind of like see around and like kind of sightsee a little bit. And then like we would eat or like take a nap or things like that. So it was like, it wasn't like bad. And I feel like when you're driving in a gas car, you're always just like on the road, and like you just feel like
The exhaustion.
exhausted and tired. And then like we even would sleep in the Tesla. Like we never like got like a hotel or anything, but like it was honestly fine because like you get to keep the car on. You're not like you're not over here like having a heat stroke because the car is off and it's hot and humid or whatever.
Yeah, it can just stay comfortably on. It won't really use a whole lot of energy.
Yeah, and then I mean we were still like charging it, so it was like fine. Like I don't know, I really enjoyed it.
It's cool to hear your perspective because I've done across the country in a couple fashions several times in a Tesla, and to me it's always been similar, especially being as the driver with having autopilot and self-driving. It's also less fatiguing on the actual action of driving, being able to like listen to an audiobook or have a podcast or something going while you cross fast distances. And stopping every 2 to 3 hours really wasn't bad. You can use the restroom, grab a bite to eat, stretch your legs like you said. I feel like it kind of lets you sort of slow down and enjoy the experience.
Maybe that could have been it too. And then like we had like 3 drivers, so we were all 3 like kind of like rotating in a way.
Yeah, that makes it easier for sure.
Yeah, so I really enjoyed it, to be honest. And because we had like a group, they needed an office in South Carolina, so they had moved like a few months before we did. And when they had moved, obviously they went like in gas cars, and I remember like 2 of the girls they had went, we had asked them like, oh, how was it? And they were like, bro, it was horrible, like I hated it.
Oh no,
it was like the worst drive, like it's so long. And I was just like, dang. So then when we were gonna come, I was like, oh no, I'm not ready for this. And no, it was cool. We went to Las Vegas to visit an office there. We went there like that same day, and then we just kind of kept driving after that, and it took us maybe like a week to get here from LA.
Okay.
Just because we did stop, and then we did stop in Houston with my family. We stayed at my house there.
Yeah, you took your time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was really nice.
Yeah, I think that's a lot less stressful way to go about it because when you're trying to like get there yesterday, so to speak, it's exhausting and overbearing.
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think we could have made it like in a shorter time, but
yeah, we did it in about 3 days.
Yeah.
We stopped in, I want to say Tucson, San Antonio, and New Orleans.
Like stop, like okay.
Overnight just sleep.
Okay.
In those spots, which it really wasn't bad. So they were like 12 to 14, maybe 15-hour days of driving, and even then though it was not bad. I mean, we even had our dogs with us and everything. So
okay, yeah.
It all kind of worked out that the 2 to 3 hour mark was perfect for the dogs to also use the bathroom and walk around. The only thing we forgot to factor in was time zone change.
Oh, yeah.
So we were arriving at our Airbnbs later than we thought when we were heading across to the east because we were losing that time. But that was it. I mean, we never had to worry about our charging experience. We didn't have to wait. It wasn't an issue finding chargers.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, usually like when it was like already like night time, like maybe like 1 in the morning or so, and we had to charge, we would just stay there for the night and then just go to sleep and then wake up and then start it again the next day.
Yeah, that's awesome. I haven't heard too many experiences road tripping with the Tesla, especially from, you know, like not a Tesla owner, which is really cool to hear.
Yeah.
Because there are plenty of people like in the community that have had them for years that go on these road trips, but they already know what it's like. So it's really awesome to hear outside experiences.
Yeah, like when we were scheduling like what time we were gonna leave, my boss, he was like seeing like all the stoppings like for the chargers. He's like, okay, well, it's gonna take us about like this many hours, and we're just like, oh man, like, and again we were kind of like dreading it because we were like, oh my gosh, that's so many hours. But then when we actually did it, I was like, oh, this wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it looks more intimidating than it actually is.
Yeah,
that's true.
But yeah, it was fun though because we would stop at every like state sign. And,
oh yeah.
Yeah, we would.
That's cool.
Like take a picture real quick and then like run back to the car and like take off. But it was fun.
That sounds like a good time.
Yeah, and then we got to like in New Orleans, we did stop. We didn't stop, but we did stop as well. We went to the Cafe Du Monde.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, and then we got I think it was in Louisiana when we stopped. We got like a shrimp boil.
Got the full experience.
Yeah, so I was like, if we get shrimp boil, I was like, like a seafood boil. I was like, we gotta do it in New Orleans.
Yeah, you gotta do it right.
Yeah.
Is this correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
This would be this first like little
building to the left?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
You'll see. His Tesla should be here. Oh yeah, look, there it goes.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's got a Model Y. That's what my wife drives.
Oh, cool.
It's a good car.
Yeah, right here.
Okay. Oh, and he did the split black top, blue bottom.
But
that's clean.
And I was like, oh, that's kind of cool because.
That's the performance. That's the badass.
Yeah, that one
yeah.
takes off.
Oh, it
I feel
does.
like I'm on a roller coaster when he steps on it.
Oh, totally.
Yeah. But all right, well, thank you so much.
Yeah, my pleasure. You have a good one.
Thank you too.
All right, so arguable intervention there. I took over just to get us in that lane because the woman in that SUV was being a total asshat, and she was pretty far behind us. We indicated to get over, and she did the typical human thing, which is to speed up, because that makes sense. And there was really no one else around us. Now, there's a chance that had I not intervened, FSD would have just recognized it, slowed down, and got behind her. You know, that is an arguable thing to say. I hear you. But I, you know, being human myself, got annoyed and wanted to put her in her place a little bit. Maybe make the point clear that she was being a dick. So, it is what it is. Aside from that, though, great conversation with the customer. Not a single issue with the low sun so far. Continuing to show adequate improvement. You know, I don't want to say fully resolved. You know, time will tell with that. But so far, really good. The rest of the drive was handled really quite well. It was awesome hearing her perspective on road tripping with a Tesla, not being a Tesla owner, and just getting an organic kind of feedback for her without me really fishing her or talking about it. It's really cool. So even without all the craziness of what Teslas can do, just the simplicity of a comfortable road trip and not feeling so tired was her experience, and that goes a long way. And I can resonate with it 100%. It's been my experience too. But I will catch you guys in the next video. Take care.